Hey my loves, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are joined by a very special guest. This is Brian. He is living on my face. Pretty sure he's sentient at this moment in time, so you know he's going to be chilling with us for the next however many videos. Today's caffeination of choice, we're on Monster Ultra Peachy Keen, which is Peachy Keen, which is delicious. Today we are going to open the September Plouise budget box. I'm going to do a look with whichever palette I get. I'm really hoping I get the lighter one, which is the Hocus Pocus Regain Focus, I think. But we will see. I better get the dark one because that's just my look. And then we're going to do a look with this. Also going to use one of the new Hydromaniac blushes that Urban Decay sent over a week or so ago. So without further ado, let's get into this box. Let's give it a little rip. ASMR. There we go. Tappy tap. Right. Oh! Today is apparently my lucky day because I've got the little wooded. Right, okay, first off, oh, no. I got the palette I wanted, but I knew we were getting a Drive Me Balmy, which I was really excited to try. I friggin' hate the taste of watermelon. And I thought, oh, there's like 8 different flavours, there's no chance I'll get a watermelon one. Okay, this might be one that ends up going to somebody else. This might be one I just make Sam use. So I'm going to try it. We'll see how watermelon it is. I really don't like the taste of watermelon. Yeah, it feels nice, but it does not taste good. Okay, so we got the palette we wanted, but not the balmy we wanted. Why will this lid not go back on? Oh, it just clicks on. Okay, so probably gonna make Sam use that or give it to my bestie or something. But I'm sure, like with the juicy drips and the oh, it's a bit tingly. With the juicy drips and the scrub boxes, like we've received a couple of them over the time, so I'm sure I'll get a different flavour. We did get a Repair from 2022 recovery lotion. Let's try and get this out of its plastic. Let's give this one a go. See how it sits under makeup. So it's quite like a loose lotion. Delicious. Doesn't have too much of a scent. Okay, that lip balm is definitely plumping. Just a little bit. And the watermelon taste does seem to have faded. Right, let's get into what you're all waiting to see. Hocus Pocus Regain Focus. This is the book packaging. If you watched my products that do my head in video, you'll know I hate the book packaging because it's so hard to store. Also, I have crippling ADHD, so this key is going to go missing. So what I do, I just unlock it, take the padlock off and call it a day. But this packaging is super duper cute. Let's get this off. I like the spiders and stuff. As I said, don't really vibe with the whole lock and key because it just makes them hard to store. It says Hocus Pocus Regain Focus. Sometimes razor edged, words come from those who lurk closest. But I really love the packaging. I love the little spiders. It's very cute. Okay, so this is side one. So we've got lots of purples, lots of greens. These shimmers look incredible. And then the back, we've got your kind of more warm tones. We've got some reds and some oranges. That actually looks a bit more pink on camera than it is in real life. But apart from this like pinky shade here, which is Necromancy, love that. I love the names, they're so cute. They're all kind of a bit more sort of on the red tone. So let's put some eye primer on and let's put this on our face. I've also got a box of sparkly shit, which we could potentially stick on our face today, but we'll see how we go on. Just popping on some, what are you called? Too Faced Shadow Insurance. Yeah, this melon taste is really lingering. I'm really not vibing with that. Very cute, but not for me, melon wise. Right. I don't know what I want to do. Let's get rid of this little padlock. Part of me is saying do something like green and purple. Kind of sort of like the look that I did in my Odin's Eye video, but like combined. It's like the two looks, like the purple and the green and the... Okay. Okay. A big fluffy brush. We're going to start off with... I don't know whether to do like a two-tone cut crease again. Yeah, okay, that's on the floor now, so we'll just leave that down there. So we're gonna start off with the greens. So I'm gonna go in with Creep It Real, which looks like an amazing kind of mustardy colour. I'll put this into the inner corner. Oh, that is so pigmented. I don't honestly know why I expected any less. I feel like over the past 12 months, Plouise has really upped the shadow game. I've been talking about most of the palettes I've had in our budget boxes, and I've loved them all. Okay, so we are then going to go in with, let's do Death's Door, which is this kind of pukey green. That's probably the way I would describe it, I'm not going to lie. And I'm actually going to stick to just greens, I think, and maybe do some purple on the lid. So I'm going to transition that yellow into that green shade. Because as much as I love the look in my Odin's Eye video, which I will leave down below with the Halloween palettes, I don't want to make 2 Halloween release videos from 2023 with basically the same look. So we're just going to blend that into the yellow, going to go back into the yellow, and just make sure everything's really nicely blended, which it is. Did we really need to go back in? Probably not, but yeah. I was going to say safety first, but it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Right, we're next going to go in with I'm Dead, which is this one here. These have all got really, really cute little designs in the pan, like Plouise always does. Some really fun ones. This one's got like a little grave in it. We've got like a ghost and some cards, spider's webs, what looks like a werewolf howling at the moon. Very cool. And we're just going to take this one to the sort of edge as to where we would just start winging it out. Back in with the other green to blend. And then I cannot tell whether this is a black or a very, very dark green, but we're about to find out. This is Dark Soul. I'm guessing it's black. It's got a little skull in it, which is very cute. I'm going to take that on a smaller brush just so I've got a bit more control of it. This is a Spectrum Katie Jane Hughes 18, and I was using the 11, so much smaller. And we're going to draw a little wing out there, and we will blend this out eventually with a bit of green. I just want to build it up first. It's kind of almost like it's like a browny black. It's a really interesting shade. It's kind of a little bit green almost, or perhaps not even green, it just kind of works with like the earth tones of the greens. Usual, pretty sure my eyes are two completely different angles. We're going to go back in with I'm Dead, and we're just going to use that to start building up like the transition between the black and the green. And I'm going to take that over there and blow it out, and then I'm going to go back in with the black and sharpen everything up again. I'm very much enjoying myself here. Right back in with that dark shade. Just going to start to work it into the green. I'm kind of blending it in slowly, making sure it's still nice and defined on the outside. And then back in with the green where we've mixed the two. I'm going over and over it so it looks nice and blended. Doing the same with this eye. I'm just going to keep working back and forward between the black and the green to make sure it is like fully blended. Because we all know I love a blend. And like I said, just making sure we're taking that green above that dark shade too. Okie dokie. I think we're pretty much there blending wise. What are we going to do on the lid? I think I want to take this shade Don't Ghost Me, then Bewitched, and then Hocus Pocus. So the 3 purple shimmers, so Don't Ghost Me, Bewitched, and then Hocus Pocus. And do kind of the same like transition. Just going to give this a quick wipe because God knows what's on it, to be fair. I'm going to go in first off without any primer, like glue, and see how that goes. So, first shade we're going in with is Don't Ghost Me, which is the lightest of the 3 shimmers. It's got the most adorable little ghost on a phone in it. So we're just starting off here. This kind of gives me like topper shade vibes. I don't hate it though. It's kind of like a sort of like blue brown almost from MAC, but it's like pink purple brown. So that is a very pretty shade. I think personally I would use a glitter glue with this one just to make it really pop, but I think with working the other shimmers into it, it's probably going to be enough. Just doing the same on the other eye because I don't want to mix these shimmers up. I could only find one semi-clean flat brush. Of course, because this is me, and why would I ever clean my brushes? Okay, so that is the first shade. Then I'm going to go in with Bewitched, which is almost like it's kind of giving me a reddy purple vibe. But it's definitely more like pink when you put it on the lid. I'm going to take that to the middle of the lid. This one's definitely got slightly more like base pigment to it than the first shade, but both absolutely stunning, and probably both would work better with some glitter glue, but I just wanted to give them their moment. The only thing that upsets me about Plouise shimmers is that it's so soft and beautiful that you like instantly ruin the cute little image in the pan. Like this one had a cute little broomstick in it, but that broomstick is no more. That broomstick is now just a mess. Okay, so pink's on, then we're going to use the dark purple, which is Hocus Pocus, which looks so jewel toned and gorgeous. I'm very excited to put this one down. These are almost like, I would describe them as like putty. Like that is just so metallic. This one definitely stands its own without any sort of glitter primer on it or anything. It's like, they give me sort of Super Shock Shadow vibes almost. If you are familiar with the Colourpop formula, they're kind of like a bit creamy, almost sort of feel like a cream eyeshadow when you're applying them. So we're just going to do that, and then we're going to come and bring this wing down once my shimmers are on. I mean, this is just gorgeous. It's so intense and so jewel toned. like absolutely obsessed. I'm going to go back in with Bewitched just to transition the two into each other a little bit better. That's better. Now, I think we might do some wet liner maybe. Let's finish off the wing and then see. So, just going to take that tiny brush again, back in with Dark Soul, and we're just going to basically connect the wings to the outside of my eye. And again, we'll go back in and make sure this is all blended in a second. But we're just going to bring that in and just pop in a little bit of that dark shade on the outer corner of the eye as well, just to make sure it's really nicely transitioned. This is actually a really nice almost black shade because it isn't ridiculous. Don't get me wrong, it's pigmented. It most definitely is. It looks really opaque. It looks really nice, but it's not too pigmented to the point of you pop a little bit on your look and it kind of just overtakes it all and you get sort of nothing else really from it. We're going to go in back in with, I'm actually going to go with Death Store, which is the second green we used, and I'm just going to smoke out the bottom, connecting it to the top. We probably will tidy this up a little bit more when we've done the foundation. Okay. I really love this look. I kind of do want to do some wet liner though. Okay, perfect wet liner for this look is Glisten Camo, just like a darker green and a lighter green. We're going to do that same kind of ombre effect. Going to do the light green into the dark green. Going to use a Glisten number 8, favorite blushes for wet liner. So we're just going to give this a quick spritz with the Laura Mercier setting spray because I do not like the way it smells, so I use it for wet liner instead. I'm going to make sure we've got no bubbles on the brush, and we're going to take this and we're going to do the first half, just drawing across where the shimmer is, like so. These long thin brushes make wet liner so easy. Like, I always looked at people like, how do you ever do like the whole like full wing? These brushes is what it is, because they make it so easy, even like when you're right-handed or left-handed and you're doing your opposite eye and it's all a bit cat-handed. They just make it so easy. And another tip with wet liner is making sure the liner is wet enough. You don't want kind of a paste, you want almost like a coloured like bubble to form on the top almost, because that's the way you're going to get the most opaqueness and the least cracking. Like, as you can see from this pot, like it's wet. It is wet. Like, if I were to like tip it over here, we would get drips of product coming out, and I find unless it's that wet, it just doesn't, it's just not as easy to use. So we're going to go in with the darker side of camo now, and loading up that brush. And then what I do to make sure there's no bubbles is I just drag it along the edge of the pot, because if you get like a little drip on your brush, that's also going to make your life more difficult. And then we're literally just going to carry on from where we left off, and we're going to get right to the end like so. I'm just going to go in and intensify that a little bit because it's not quite as opaque as I want it to be. And that is basically it. Just makes it so easy. Obviously you've still got to match the other side, but it's not as difficult. Again, scraping off that brush. And we basically just take it and we sweep it. And you can kind of almost do it in like one fluid motion, which I think is what makes it so easy with these brushes. Okie dokie. I'm going to go put some lashes on, do my foundation, then we're going to come back and I will do my cheeks. I'm going to try and now get this wipe in the bin without landing on the carpet where I've just wiped the wet liner off. So we'll see if we can do that. No is the answer to that question. Okay, so a big look like this deserves a big lash. These are Dose of Lashes 420 lashes. Such a great, massive lash. Okay, so for my face, we did a little bit of Nars Natural Radiant Longwear, which I'm trying to finish up. A little bit of Too Faced Eternal Light, and then a little bit of Jordanna Ticia Flossie powder under the eyes. Right, we're going to stick with a cool toned contour today, I think, because I think I want to do MAC Stone on the lips. So we're going to do Pink Honey Contour Cake. This is Shortbread Sugar, which is one of the Casper the Ghost pale options. I figured if we're going to go Halloween, why don't we just like lean fully into it. So I'm just going to blend that out. We're still ignoring Brian because he cannot be covered. He is large and in charge. He's channeling his inner Latrice Royale. And who am I to stop him doing that? Just a little bit of contour under the lip, a little bit on the nose, nothing too major because I got big features. I'm not going to worry about it. A little bit under the chin. Then I'm going to do a little bit of blush. So, the 3 shades that Urban Decay sent me are, we've got Obsessed, which is like a kind of orangey colour. We've got Wrecked, which is like a peach shade, and then we've got Dripping, which is a bright pink. So, I think we're going to do the peach. As much as I want to do the bright pink, I think we're going to do the peach. I'm going to use my favourite cream blush brush, the Beauty Bay Bake Off brush. So this is Wrecked. Just going to squeeze a little bit out on the hand. Just kind of a neutral peachy shade. So, I'm not going to go too crazy because I always end up putting too much blush on, but we'll see how this is. I really like the Hydromaniac skin tint, and these kind of feel very similar in texture. They're a bit like serumy. Okay, that's pretty. It's not too intense. I think for this look, as much as I love a bold cheek, we don't want to go too bold for this one. And this is the perfect kind of, just a little bit of something shade, I think. Okie dokie. Meanwhile, we might not want to go bold on the cheek colour. The highlighter we are definitely going bold on. This is the Shapeshifter palette from Glisten, and I'm going to use the shade Charm, which is like a green tone, because I just think it'll look really cool, basically. I just think, why the hell not? As I said, if you're going to go Halloween, do it properly. And Charm, like, the other 4 shades in this palette are kind of more like reflective, whereas Charm is just like straight up glitter, which I love. Okay, we need to balance this look out, so we're going to take the exact same brushes we did everything with today. We're going to take Dark Soul, and I'm going to put that really, really close to the lower lash line. And then we're going to take Death's Door on the same blending brush to blend it. We're not worrying about anything too fancy for the lower lash line. The upper lash line. The lid. I meant the lid. The upper lash line. The lid speaks for itself with this one, if you ask me. Right, let's do a little bit of something fun in the waterline. This is the Plouise Wet and Set in Olive Obsession. These came in last year's Advent calendar, but I don't think they were ever actually released. but I like them. So we're going to use it today. And this is like, as may suggest, like a yellowy olive colour. I just thought, oh, it's a bit different, kind of matches the vibe of the inner corner shade. Right, okay, so we've done the lower lash line. Just gonna do some brows. So I'm gonna start off with Unicorn Cosmetics Bare Brows on a spoolie, and then I like scrape off the excess product because, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot. We're just gonna brush that through to get that kind of laminated look. Then I'm just gonna put a little bit of pencil through. Just because I find my brows are a little bit sparse in the front, and this can like highlight where they're a bit sparse, where I put them off when I was like 13. So thanks 13-year-old me for that. Okie dokie. So I need a brow pencil. There we go, found it. Anastasia Brow Wiz in medium brown. And I'm literally just going to do a couple of flicks in the front just to make it look like real hair. And just to balance everything out a little bit. Then we're going to do some mascara. Lancome Hit Nice Waterproof. The best. I feel like this video is a million eons long, so if you've made it this far, well done. Just going to pop some on the lower lashes. Any bit on the roots of my own lashes to attach them to the thick ones. God, I love this lipstick. Makes me feel like such a bad bitch. I've got a lime chrome gloss with little gold sparkles in it. Not gold, green. So this is the final look. I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. Really impressed with this palette. I think it looks really beautiful. It's really seasonally appropriate. Don't love the book packaging just because it's so big. But as always, the shadows inside are beautiful. If you want to see me use the other side, so the kind of oranges and yellowy vibes, do let me know. If you made it this far, congratulations. This has been a journey. I do hope you did enjoy this. If you don't forget to like this video if you did enjoy it. If you want to see more from me, hit subscribe, and if you want to make sure you never miss another video, hit the bell icon and YouTube will notify you every time I post. You've been fabulous, I've been Call of the Ball, and I will see you next time. Bye!